Let's go across now to my colleague Geeta Mohan, our Foreign Affairs editor here at India Today. Geeta, you know, it's very interesting. India did give out clarifications to any nation. Envoys that were summoned also gave out that statement. But why specifically do you think India did not take it lightly when the OIC gave out that statement? And how did then India say, you know, that's it?
Well, Pooja, important question. Two statements for which India came out with very strong responses. One is to Pakistan, and you've already reported on it as to why. Second is on OIC, because OIC extended its brief even in lodging the protest on remarks made by BJP spokespersons here in New Delhi, wherein they not only spoke about that, but also went ahead and went into a history. Now, we do know that every time OIC puts out a statement for any country, they do put out some background of, you know, these are also the incidents that have taken place. But we also know that the people who are behind the force in putting out these statements by the OIC is certainly Pakistan and like-minded countries who list out all those areas that are of concern to or could be of concern for many of which are allegations in the realm of allegations. So we'll keep it at that. But the fact is that they went beyond that one incident. And that's why India had to respond. This certainly looks like an opportunity for Pakistan, but for India, these are strategic partners and allies, and therefore this message very strongly sent out to all strategic partners and allies of Gulf nations of West Asia that this is not the opinion of the government of India, and that action has been taken. Although the use of the term fringe elements certainly has not gone down well, Pooja, with certain quarters, because Nupur Sharma and Naveen Kumar Jindal no way are fringe elements.
Absolutely. They were one of the top spokespersons. Nupur surely was. Geeta, how is this being seen internationally? Because India giving out clarification statements one by one on the comments of a party spokesperson, even if the party is of the ruling government, a ruling party of the government. Because how do you see these two dimensions, the government reacting wherever needed, but also telling the OIC that, you know, the words that you are using for India are absolutely unacceptable. So why do you think India has gone ahead, even given out clarifications, and how are international relations at stake here?
Well, because, Pooja, the message is very clear. Two wrongs don't make a right. There are many countries within the OIC who have no record to show when it comes to their minorities in their own countries. But the fact of the matter is that a wrong is a wrong. A wrong statement against a community, or in the manner in which it was said, absolutely wrong against a community, should be taken into account, and one should be held accountable, which is what India told these very important nations. Remember how it all happened. It happened because we know that the Vice President's visit in Qatar was ongoing when this entire controversy broke out. And Vice President Venkaiah Naidu was in Qatar, so the first statement came from there. Once noticed, it is not going to be left without an action. And therefore, you saw an impact of that in various other countries of West Asia, and reactions coming in. India has explained herself to all these countries, but remember that spokespersons now, at least for them, it's a lesson that when they talk about communities, and when they're discussing, it's a debate on communal politics or communalism, then they should be a little more careful, because it could have ramifications, not just
clearly, it's clearly a whip to the party neta, specifically with regard to such sensitive issues. But I do have a question here, because as you must have also noticed, there is a large section of BJP supporters who are not happy with the decision that have taken, and they are saying that it appears you have given in to Islamic hardliners or nations of that nature, and at this point, you should not have gone ahead and bagged under pressure. And we've also had violence coming in from Kanpur. So Geeta, how do you think at this point this is being reflected domestically? Do you think the BJP was on the back foot? Internationally, the BJP and the government was on the back foot, because the Congress is saying party spokesperson makes a comment and the country has to apologize.
Well, the fact is that, Pooja, instead of, we've all criticized when they keep silent. The fact that they've not kept silent should be a moment of celebration. Although, yes, investigations should take place, they should carry out their own process of what happened, how it happened, what did she say. It's all internal, it's all domestic. But mind you, any such comment or the kind of conversations that we're seeing on social media of saying that, oh, this is unacceptable, why are they being punished, they're falling in line with the Islamic hardliners or countries, Those countries are watching. Hurting sentiments, hurting religious sentiments is not acceptable to anybody, right? And there are anchors, there are news
Yes.
personalities who've said that, concluded their debates with that very same line. It is not acceptable, and yet that comment certainly was not taken into account. So it is a problem, and the West Asian nations are watching very carefully. As to
Thank
what
you
is
so
really
much,
happening.
Geeta, for all the latest on that. So a lot has happened in the past 24 hours, and Geeta Mohan updating us how it's being seen internationally.